Hello everyone. In today's video lesson, we will learn about parameters and argument, and then we will see what are the different type of argument that are present in Python. So first we will discuss what arguments and parameter are. So we have seen that we are passing some variable in function call statement, and also we were using some variable in function definition header. So the values that we are passing through function call statement are known as argument, and the values that we were receiving in functions definition header is known as parameters. So let us look at this with the help of an example. So let us define one function sum a comma b. So this is our function. What it will do, it will find the sum of two numbers and it will return their sum. So these values that are being received in the function definitions header is known as parameters, and the values that we will pass to the function call statement are known as arguments. So these values are arguments and these values are parameters, and we don't need to pass literals only to this function call statement. We can also pass some variable to this function call statement, like we can write I is equal to 1 first variable, j is equal to 2. So we have saved this value 1 to variable I, and we have saved this value 2 to variable j. Now we can call this function sum with the values I comma j. So here I comma j are arguments and a comma b are parameters, because this is the value that are being passed through function call statement. So these are arguments, and here we are receiving these values in variables a and b. So this a and b are known as parameters. Now let us look at different kind of arguments that are available in Python. So the first argument that is available in Python is positional argument or required argument. Now we will discuss positional or required argument with the help of one example. Till now we have write function call statement where the number of argument that we are passing in the function call statement were matching with the number of parameter defined in the function definition header. What do we mean by this? Like we are writing one function definition to calculate the simple interest. So what do we need to calculate the simple interest? Principal, time and rate. Let us pass this in variable p, r and t. P for principal, r for rate and t for time. So we can calculate the interest as p into r into t, and we can return this interest. So our function is created to calculate the simple interest, where three parameters are received in this function definition. Now what we have learned so far, that to call a function, these many arguments are required. Like in function definition, three parameters we have defined here. So we have to pass three arguments in the function call statement. If we will not pass three arguments in the function call statement, then the Python interpreter will give us an error. So we can try calling this function interest with value 1000, that is the principal amount. This is the value for t, principal. Rate we can say 0.07. Time, let us say for 2 years. So it has calculated the value as 140. So here you can see that this 1000 value will be passed to p, this 0.07 will be passed to r, this value 2 will be passed to t, means for time. So what happens if we try to call this function with two arguments? It will give us an error. So this type of argument where we cannot skip any value from the function call statement, or we cannot change the order in which we are passing the arguments, it is known as positional or required arguments. So here these are positional or required argument, because all the values have to be passed in the function call statement. All the three values we have to pass. Also the order must not be changed, like this 1000 will be passed for principal, this 0.07 will be passed for rate, this 2 will be passed for time. Now the second type of argument that are available in Python is default argument. Now we will discuss the second type of argument, that is default argument, with the help of some example. Python allows us to assign some default value to function parameter, which is useful when the value for that variable it is not assigned in the function call statement. So these default values are specified in the function header of the function definition. Like for the above function definition, to calculate the simple interest, we can define some default value for time, like we can say 2 years. So here 2 is the default value for the parameter t. So how will you calculate the interest? V into r into t, and we will return this. So here the default value for this t is 2. See, this is similar to the variable initialization, like we are assigning variable t a value of 2. So like how can we call this function? Interest. We can call this function 1000, 0.07. See, here we are passing only 2 arguments to this function call statement. So this value is for p, and this value is for r, then from where we will get the value of t? We will get the value of t from here, because this is the default value. This value will be used when no value is provided for t in the function call statement, that is this statement. Here we are not passing any value for t, time. For time we are not passing any value here. So what this function does, this will take the value of t as t2, because it is defined as the default value of this parameter. Similarly, we can call this function with 3 arguments. Now what will happen here? Like you can see, it is producing different result. Why? Because we are passing 3 argument in function call statement. 1000 for p, 0.07 for r, and 1 for t. See, here we are passing value 1 to variable t. So the default value, that is this value, will not get used. This value will get used only when we will not provide any value for t. Then only this value will get used. But you have to keep in mind one thing. While you are using default argument in Python, you have to keep one thing in your mind always, that any parameter cannot have a default value unless all parameter appearing on its right have their default value. What do we mean by this? Like r cannot have a default value until t has a default value, and p cannot have a default value until the parameters appearing on its right. Like what is appearing on the right of p? R and t. So unless r and t have their default value, till then we can give some default value to p. So if we will write def interest p is equal to 1000 r comma t, this will be illegal, because we are assigning a value of 1000 as default value to p without assigning any default value to the parameters that are appearing on the right of p. Similarly, if we write p comma r is equal to 0.08 comma t, this is also illegal. Why? Because we are providing value 0.08 as default value to r without assigning any value to t. So whenever we want to assign a default value to r, all the arguments that are appearing on the right of r must have a default value. Now this is fine, because we are assigning this value to r, and the value that are appearing on t have a default value. Similarly, we can assign some default value to p also. So how will you calculate interest? I is equal to p into r into t. Return I. Our function is created now. So we can call our function as interest. See, we can call our function without any argument at all. Why? Because now all the argument has some default value. If we will not pass any value to this function, all the default values will be taken and result will be calculated. Like if we will call this value with 2000, so what will happen? This 2000 value will be the value of p. This default value will get overridden. for R and T, we are not providing any value in function call statement. So it will take the default argument from the function definition header and it will calculate the interest. So what it will do, it will take the value of P as 2000 because we are passing it. The value of R will be 0.08 because we have not passed any value in the function call statement, so its default value will be taken. And for T, it will take the value 2 since no value has been passed for T. So in the next video lesson, we will discuss about keyword argument. Thank you.